and welcome to Intuitive Journey with Desiree. I am Desiree Holmes-Sharini, your host. This is, I think I say this often, I start off saying, this is a quick one. I think this one actually might be a quick one. I just wanted to bring up the concept of using creativity, art, music, writing, imagination for mental health. I talk to a lot of people, of course, as a life coach and hypnotherapist, and even my friends who can be dealing with depression, anxiety, frustration. And often I ask them, well, what do you already do? What are you doing to manage this? A lot of them, they go to work, they go home, they eat, they turn on the TV, they sleep. And I have noticed that common thread is that the ones that are exhibiting, a lot of stress or frustration or depression often don't have a creative outlet. And science shows that creativity increases well-being. And my suggestion to you is if you aren't already being creative, be creative. Some people say, oh, I'm not creative. I don't have the imagination. Well, guess what? All you have to do is start. Even, say they have adult coloring books, right? Your creativity is choosing the colors or choosing the patterns that you're going to put in there. Even if you think you're not creative, you can do something in that direction. Studies show that just 45 minutes of doing a creative process decreases levels of cortisol. And I would think it's actually even less than that. If you do something creative every day, and it doesn't even have to take time. So I said 45 minutes there, but imagine, and there you go, that's all I said. Imagine, simply imagine something for a few minutes while you're riding on the bus, driving in the car, getting dressed in the morning. Let your imagination maybe run a little wild. Imagine anything other than your simple everyday life. And this is where stories, books, movies, poetry, music comes from, right? All you need to do is use a little imagination. And if you think you don't have imagination, and you watch TV, you've seen TV shows, imagine you're one of the characters in one of these TV shows going about your day. How would you be different? Maybe even imagine that you're choosing a character that's happy. All right. And put yourself in that person's personality and see how that feels. And notice that's kind of fun and silly. Let yourself laugh about it. One of the other things I'll suggest to you is that when you write, draw, or paint, you're using a part of your brain circuitry that's a little different. Using your hand to do something other than thinking and just coming straight out with verbal communication or thoughts, it shifts and it opens up a new neural pathway for you that allows you to be more expressive, to hear and see and do things that you would not have literally thought of straight from your mind to saying it or to thinking it. It opens up a new neural pathway and allows for different things to happen. One of the things I've done with clients is intuitive writing. Maybe I ask them to do it directly, or I have them under a light trance. And I say, okay, let's come forward with an issue or a problem you're having and you haven't been able to figure it out. And then I tell them, just write, just start writing about it. And if I do, especially if I do this under a light trance, then it's as if they're getting the information from somewhere else, and they may be. If you know me, I don't discount that information does come from a higher source, your higher self, or often your subconscious mind has the answer, but this is one way to be more clear. And they'll write for half an hour, 15, 20 minutes, and when they're done, they see their answers on the paper. And actually, that was my process that I went through when I was writing my own book called Journey to Joy, which ended up being a book based on writings I did while I was trying to solve my own problems, trying to solve a period of life where I was feeling very stuck, and I got unstuck. So there's that, right? Answering your own question by writing. Now, I've also done workshops where it was combining a light trance with painting. And I might ask the person, paint your answer. Or if it was more art based, I might just say, imagine everything in different shades of blue, every kind of blue. And it opens up a creative outlet that they didn't know they had. And it brings a sense of joy and whimsy that you just don't get unless you just do it. Okay. Creating music, if you have a musical instrument, don't worry, nobody else is listening. Just make something up. And I do that all the time too on my piano. I just make something up. And when I really get into it, it's, you get into that space of liminal benefit of literally spacing out, which is a creative space, a healing space, and it's builds dopamine, it decreases anxiety. Some of the things that being creative can do for you is it's shown to help PTSD. It's shown to decrease anxiety, decrease depression, increase your self-esteem, and a sense of autonomy, a sense of I can do this, simply by engaging in creative efforts. Now, that's the nuts and bolts. That's the action part of this. But if you think about it, what are we but creative beings? If you say, refer to the Bible, in the beginning, God created, right? So whether you believe the Bible or any other literature about where did we come from anyway? We are creations. The earth is a creation from who knows where. The universe is a creation. Our nature is as creations and creative beings. If it's true, which it is, that we are a mirror of our, as above, so below, as within, so without, that the more creative we are, the more we manifest and grow. Nothing ever stays the same. Nothing is stagnant. Everything's always shifting. Every atom, every molecule, waves, weather, age, comings and goings, nothing stays the same. So our nature is creative in creating a new way of being all the time. And the more choices you make to be part of that creative system instead of fighting it, to create and create your own flow, not necessarily go with the flow, but know there's a flow and create your own way. Be your own creator in ways, create your own mindset. If you feel stuck in some negativity, create your way out of that. Like I said earlier, you might imagine that you're a very happy character from a show that you watch. It's just imagination. It's not that far to go. To put yourself in that person's state of being, and what that will do for you is bring it in. It can bring in that feeling, that attitude, that even if you didn't feel it was yours in the beginning, you can practice that and make it yours. So from the idea of being physically creative, making art, using your hands, painting, drawing, writing, to being cognitively creative, creating your own way of thinking, which I'm sure I've done a show on before, and if I haven't, I will again. But managing your thoughts in a creative way toward a better feeling instead of being the vehicle, or I should say the container for outside thoughts coming in, you fill your own container with your own positive creative thoughts. So, what I'd like you to do today is just imagine. Whatever it is, just imagine. Imagine something good. No, not whatever it is. Don't imagine the worst. Don't imagine that worst case scenario, which is kind of probably a mental habit many of us have. Imagine the best case scenario. Imagine, flowers growing in a field. Imagine flying in the sky. Imagine something that's just whimsical, maybe out of this world, but that takes you to that place where you're not stuck in the mundane, where you're not drawn down into the mire of the everyday. And all it takes is a little imagination. And you have it, practice it, try it out. And I'd love to hear what you come up with. There's so many options out there on, say, YouTube or classes, books that can encourage you and inspire you and help you to grow your own imagination and use it productively to help you lead a happier, more fulfilled life. Thanks for listening. Go forth and imagine. Bye.